Sometimes an idea will come to a content creator of a video that's extremely clever, relevant to many interests, or topical and trendy. And then there's whatever this video is. Bet you didn't see that coming. You know what? I'm gonna put these in my pocket for later. Hello. My birthday is soon. It's May 5th. I have no other explanation for this week's video other than I was sitting on the couch a couple weeks ago and I thought to myself, I wonder if I could make a chair that looks like bread. I really want to try. Have I ever made a chair? No. No, I haven't. But nothing like your 33rd birthday to make you want to give it a go. Specifically, I want a chair that is, I guess, sort of beanbag-esque. When I work in my barn, a lot of times I work on the ground, and right now I just have loose chair cushion that I plop on the floor and sit on that. So I kind of want just a small-ish chair and make sure my buns are comfortable. I thought it would be fun to get some counsel from Aunt Dena, one of my absolute favorite content creators. Her videos on YouTube.
It's sandwich. It's wonderful.
And then everything she makes over on Instagram, I fear I cannot describe how much serotonin it brings me. She is the absolute master of making things look like food. I have a call with her later today, kind of talk about ideas. I should probably sketch up general ideas of what I want this chair to look like. Right now, it's all kind of just swimming around in my head. There's a lazy river going around. Pluck some of those from their inner tubes and put it down on paper or glass, because I'm gonna do this on my tablet. Okay, so I kind of genuinely don't know how this is gonna work, which I know does not bode well and does not spark confidence, but have I ever led you astray? Don't answer that. I don't know why I love making things that aren't food look like food. And bread, especially. This is not the first time I've made something look like bread. I thoroughly believe that bread is the essence of life. And not in a religious way. Although, name something more spiritual than when you go to a new restaurant and you didn't know that they served free bread. A beanbag-esque seat, so that can kind of just be a big blob. Maybe for the back I could do, oh God, how do you do a braid? A braided loaf. Wait, you'll see the vision. You could teach me to draw braids 67 times and I will still not remember the next time I try to go do it. Braided loaf. Picasso. Hopefully like this would wrap around so you can kind of have a built-in armrest. Airbrush is a fabric paint, so the tops will be fresh out of the oven. Now I have something to discuss a bit with Dena, so let's do that.
It worked! Girl, you're so gorgeous. Look at
So are you. Stop.
We've got a couple of ideas, maybe. I don't know if they'll work at larger scale. Somewhat like little breadsticks of sort.
Yeah.
Right? So, and I was like, you can break those, right? So then my second attempt is making it.
How cute.
So I assume you would start with a bread that looks like it's still dough and maybe use fabric paint to
That's
give it
what I'm thinking.
Okay. So we're in the same. Here's,
Yes, oh my God. Look at this
inside.
Prototype.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I think that would work.
Right?
And then you could have a pillow on it that looks like a butter.
Yeah. We briefly floated the idea of a jelly donut bottom. And then the side has like a little jelly pustule coming out.
No, jail. Let's see what this jelly donut do. It'd be funny if this whole time I was just drawing the skibbity toilet. So.
Oh my God.
But then maybe.
How would you do the jelly?
Yeah, that was the problem I just ran into.
So ultimately we decided just to stay with the bun seat before the call evolved into me wanting to see what she was working on.
Popsicle.
Yes.
Okay. For real. I will talk to you soon. Keep me posted. Bye.
Good morning, everyone. The endless cycle of cleaning up the previous project before I can start the new project. Are you ready to get carved up? Unreasonably excited to make a bread chair. So so stupid, but I'm so happy. After talking to Dena, I'm filled with inspiration. The fabric came in. Cottony spandex kind of material. I have this like oatmeal pattern on it, and it looks like bread. There it is. I think the general plan is base shape is going to be a cutie little bun, hot bun, either a circle or an oval. The backing to the chair, I'm gonna make 3 strands of tube filled with stuffing, braid that. If I want it to be smaller, bigger, smaller, I think I'm going to make it this shape for each of the strands. So today I think is gonna be kind of an engineering day where we figure out how big we want everything to be, which always gets a little tricky because I'm gonna be stuffing it to the gills. I might have to make things a little bit bigger than necessary. We're gonna futz around and find out. This is silly. So silly. To make the pattern, I grabbed some trash, and I couldn't figure out a better way to find my wingspan than just to wrap it around me like fabric. Also, very scientifically, it was time to figure out my cheek span. Alright, look, around these parts I'm generally known as Rachel No Mockups Maksy, but I had a change of tune and I decided it was time for the prototype. So I searched my stash for a similar stretchy fabric, and it turns out I had one, and that's it. After the circumference of the cheek span was looking to my liking, I cut out 2 of those and then started pinning them together. Turned that inside out, and then it was time for the stuffing. The stuffing! I don't think 1 box is gonna be enough. Wow! Woo! Oh, it's alive! I thought about maybe using beans for this project. I don't want to sink all the way to the ground and smack my tailbone off of the hardwood. Something tells me who I am as a person and working with beanbag beans. I don't think it's the best formula. I saw some people use shredded upholstery foam. So I have this polyfill. I also have a lot of scraps of upholstery foam up in the attic. Why does this vaguely feel like I am disposing of a Santa murder? Ooh, ooh. I feel it, the feline urge to make muffins. Gross. I've got like old man beard all over me. Are you ready for the plop test? It's for science. I'm gonna go gentle so I don't break my entire spine. Yeah, pretty much straight to the floor. So I'll need to add some extra padding in there. It's like a nest. See if we can make this a little bit more sturdy and a little bit more, you know? Ooh. Behold, my bounty. Better. Yeah. Once I had that figured out, I tried to see if I had enough left for the braid prototype, and I did not, so I just grabbed some extra bed sheets that I had in my stash. Now obviously these are not stretchy, so it won't be exactly the same, but I mostly just wanted to figure out the size and shape. I also only wanted 1 seam on these, so I decided to keep one side flat and then the other side sort of rounded. That morning I ran out to grab more polyfill and started stuffing these prototype braids. Which made me realize I wasn't super happy with the color choice of this prototype.
Oh, me? Nah, I'm just a worm.
The gang's all here. Me and my merry band of worms. Now I need to braid these and figure out how that's gonna work. Okay. Well, yeah. Braiding. That's actually pretty cute. The prototype. That's not bad. Couple things I'm thinking. A little bit longer on the ends so that the arm rests stop right here. Just extending that end out a tiny bit. But other than that, quite happy. It might be time to make the real deal. You ready? Let's go. The stuffing 2, electric bunaloo. Turns out it doesn't matter what color these are, because these just look like weird flesh sacks. It's so cute. Red chair, assemble! Look at my creation. Here we go. Did I just make my new favorite thing on this entire earth? Bread chair! Yay! Oh, I'm so happy. Oh yeah. It's a bread chair. It's a bread chair. Behold, my throne in which I will procrastinate. She needs to be painted, obviously, but we're gonna do that tomorrow. Right now, I'm going to sew closed all the openings and then tack the back to the chair. I will probably use embroidery thread just because it's stronger. And then tomorrow we can start making her look like she's roasty toasty. Right now, she's just, you know, she's just raw dough right now. Let her bake. Are you ready to toast these buns? I am literally just going to take these 3 colors, try to do a gradient, a balayage of sorts. I'm gonna leave the edges. Here, let me remove the boot. I'm gonna leave the very edges that kind of dough color, and then the tops, I'm gonna start with a golden yellow kind of ring further in, and the higher up it would have raised in the oven, I'm gonna give it a very subtle golden brown, you know? Deck brush, because these are super soft, and then I'm just gonna mix it with a ton of fabric medium. This is dangerous. I think I may have made something that's gonna cause my own financial decline because I'm never gonna get any work done. This is gonna be bad for business, I can tell. Why do work when you can bread chair? But I suppose we need to finish this video. So. When I tell you that I barely put any paint on this brush, I mean it was the faintest whisper of paint. It's always better to do less and then add more than realize that you did way too much. Yes! all I want to do. I don't want to overdo it, overbake it, if you will. While this is setting, let's take a little baking intermission. That's crooked. Is that better? Welcome back to my chaos kitchen. Because this is a video where I'm making something look like bread, I thought, how fitting would it be that we make bread look like something? I don't know. The blob. Try to make a little chair. Whoa, man. Breadception. Not exactly sure how I'm gonna do this because generally, I don't think bread quite likes to conform to 3D objects. Prop it up with tin foil so it doesn't like flop over. Okay, she's moist. Schwamp. Punch the air out of the dough. Yeah. So now I'm supposed to separate this into 3 different strands, and I'm still gonna do that, but I'm gonna make a little bun seat. God, that sounded awful. Don't eat that, don't eat that. Into tubes. Well, slugs. Stop shrinking back. The gluten is strong. Boop. Because I want it to curve. Gotta do the little do-si-do. Pinch the ends together. I have no idea if this is gonna work. Huh? And then schwamp. I'm gonna set it on its side and then we're gonna form it. Let that rise for 45 minutes while I clean up the mess I made. Really is kind of wild to me that my birthday is already here again. Weird how that happens. It's almost like it's every year. This year just went by so fast. Smash Mouth really wasn't lying when they said, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. For the most part, I'm mostly indifferent about birthdays. They don't particularly stress me out. I know a lot of people my age are really stressed about being my age. I don't mind getting older. Listen, I've had back problems since I was 17 years old, so it's not much different. Very cheesy, but I'm very grateful for every day because I know how fleeting life can be and how fragile life can be. So just, you know, I'm just happy to be here. If I'm a little nicer to myself this next year, in a lot of ways, but we are a lot like bread. If you feel like you're being overworked, gotta give yourself like an hour. Sit in a room temperature place, rest and rise so that you're ready to take on the next part of your day. Who needs to pay for a TED Talk when you get this delectable knowledge and wisdom for free? I think that past Rachel would be really proud of where I am now, and that makes me happy. I think she would think I was pretty cool. I just want to reiterate that I'm so insanely grateful for you. Yes, you. I'm so proud of our little community here, and it makes me incredibly happy and thankful and grateful that I could cry just thinking about how I love making silly content for you and how you actually get excited for that silly content. I take a lot of pride in being, I guess, just like a happy space corner of the internet. Deep, dank shiz is going on in the world, and I just want to provide just a little comfort, a little light in the darkness. So I just got a lot of thoughts in my head, and I just wanted to talk about them. Let us check on my little bread abomination. Ow.
Twenty minutes later.
That's ominous looking. There we go. I'm gonna let this baby cool down and then we will assemble. Bread chair. Last but not least, butter pillow. The whimsical cherry on top of this proverbial cake. So I have this shiny yellow kind of satin, the old razzle dazzle. For lack of having a straight square of foam, I have like chunks of foam, but there's no way I could cut a nice clean shape. Just sew the case, the 2 tops, the 4 sides. Hope that when I stitch that together and stuff it, hold its shape. It should look like a little piece of butter. Let's go. Once again, grabbing some trash for the pattern. I decided to make my square 10 by 10, which meant the sides were also 10 inches by however thick you want it. I sewed all the sides together first, and then once those were all set, I was able to pin to the top. I was nervous about the edges looking weird, but it ended up fine. Once I had this little kiddie pool shaped looking thing, I sewed that, and then I brought back and put the bottom on, leaving a little sliver open so that I could stuff it. On to the Stuffing 3, the trilogy that no one asked for. Before I show you the finished thing, Dena is the cutest human alive, and she sent me something for my birthday, so I wanted to open it on camera. Probably blow my eyes out. And it says, "Dear Rachel, your imagination is a beautiful, magical gift. Happy birthday, Aunt Dena." You know exactly what this is. She gave me a little birthday questionnaire on our call, and she said,
Are there any fictional foods that you would eat on a daily basis if you could?
and I said,
Using your imagination, Peter.
my friends. It's made of felt. You're doing it, Peter. Thank you, Dena. I love it so much. And with that, let's see how this bread chair turned out. Bread chair. Every time I look at it, it makes me feel giddy. So stinking cute. I'm just so glad it worked. And I'm still a little gobsmacked that it actually worked. And a little suspicious. I feel like it's very cute to look at, but the real shining moment of this is when you sit in it. Essentially, a cat bed for humans. I think the size really works because it kind of just like envelops you like you're a little bow bun. I'm just so content just sitting like this. You kind of have like the backrest, and then of course my little butter pillow. This can be my throne. Instead of a king, they will have a queen. Roasty and toasty as the sun. The paint job I think worked really well. It is a little splotchy in some areas because the bristles like bent back and kind of ruined that gradient, but I kind of like it. It means that a human made it and a human painted it. Yeah, I don't know. That's that. I had an idea and I did it, so. If you are looking for some serotonin and just sunshine in human form, please go check out Dena's channel. I believe she's gonna have a new video as we speak, fake food making and a little glimpse into her making my little birthday present that I showed you. Go! That's it. I love you whether you're new or old to this channel. If you're new here and you feel like sticking around, what was I saying? I upload every other Friday and we have fun here. And I will see you in my next video. It's gonna make me get out of the chair, isn't it? Drat. Oh God. Bye. Hold on, now I've committed. Where's my Robin's Eggs Superiority Club? Up top. My tripod is so crunchy with sand right now from my Darth Maul shoot. Why did I wear wool pants? Why? Oh, ow. I think I'm coming up on the age where I can no longer sit like that.
Want to snuggle with me? Do I have to bribe you?
Typical. Oh, that's so much drool. Oh my God. I'm like Smeagol.